Hello there, this is Killer Squirrel for thegamingstandard.com, and this is the Jaga Moraine Vaetier farm. Show you how to do that in this video, explain to you how to get there and what to do when you're there, some techniques that I've learned getting some of the 34 million experience that I have and over 2,200 experience points. This is the build right here. It's Glyph of Swiftness, Obsidian Flesh, Stone Flesh Aura, Mantra of Earth, Tetanites Crystals, Crystal Wave, Cry of Pain, and Ether Nightmare. You want to make sure that you have your Earth headpiece on, so you have 16 in Earth, 12 in Inspiration, and the rest you could just kind of toss into air right there. Make sure you have the right weapon, good weapon. You need to have at a minimum of an enchantment's 20%. I use my Drachner's Earth Staff. I also have a Bone Dragon Staff, but this one, for this video, I'll use the Drachner's Earth Staff for it. Alright. Make sure you're in hard mode, very important, and let's leave Long Eyes Ledge here and head out into Bajora Marshes. Okay, here we are. I should leave my map open here so you could see where we are and how I get there. This route I've taken so many times that I pretty much can autopilot myself there, and there's a couple of tips that I'll give you along the way. As you go up this way, this group right here on the left, you can actually beat that group if you head yourself right for this edge right here. This group's going to take a pause right about now, and they're going to slow down. There it is, and then you could beat past them. So if you continue to move, you'll have no problem getting by them. I go over the top J looking rock fixture and below this one, between the two of them here. Now if you had any speed like Red Rock Candy or birthday cupcakes, you could absolutely use those. It'll help you get there a little bit faster. I tend not to use any of that stuff when I'm actually over in Jaga Moraine, for the reason that it kind of plays with the build a little bit, and I've gotten pretty used to doing it the way it is. And if you kind of follow these simple directions that I'll give you, it'll be very easy for you. Now this group over here on the right will stay where they are, and this group on the left will stay where they are, so you have no problem coming through here. It's pretty self-explanatory and pretty simple. There's only really two other places that you'll have a problem. One of them is up here. You'll see right over this, up on this ridge right here, if it comes to be. There they are, right there, the Jotuns. Sometimes they'll tend to meander down in here. You want to hug this left wall as close as you can. I'm sorry, this right wall as close as you can, so you don't get those Jotuns. Actually, for this video is actually perfect timing. There was a polar bear that they aggroed, and that took their anger out. They took their anger out on them. Sometimes in between here and up here somewhere, you'll run into a worm, and I'm sure that in this video I won't, so I'll explain to you what happens if you ever do run into him. Just hit Stone Flesh Aura, no big deal. He won't be able to hit you with his worm bile, and he'll go back in the ground and you just keep running, no big deal. Okay, below this tree and above the Res Shrine. Doing this in real time, so it gives you kind of an idea about how long it takes and which direction you should go. You got a really good look at it. Alright, now there it is, Jaga Moraine. Let's take a step inside. Alright, and here we are in Jaga Moraine. Show you a few tips and a few things that I do. First of all, if you haven't maxed out your Norrøn title, make sure to get that taken care of right there. My title is maxed out, but I always get it just in case. So let's come up here and align ourselves. I go all the way to the left here. If you look, I go all the way to the left over here. Make sure that I'm set up so I could aggro as much as I can right off the bat. I snug myself up and I put down my my armors. Now you only need Obsidian Flesh, of course, with Glyph of Swiftness first. You always use Glyph of Swiftness right before Obsidian Flesh. And then you run up here. You can take a little bit of damage before you put up Stone Flesh Aura. You don't want to get yourself too much in the hole because you don't want to die, obviously, but you want to make sure that you have the ability to aggro as much as you can. And notice how I did that. It's just a simple line right up that west side, making sure you just touch them. All you have to do is touch the group with your aggro bubble. And you see that 20% cast reduction recharge just helped me out there. Stoneflesh Aura came back a lot sooner than it needed to. Oh, I hit Cry of Pain before. Came back out, which is no big deal. We'll just burn these. But you want to use Ether Nightmare before Cry of Pain. You're only going to get damage out of Cry of Pain if Ether Nightmare is up and is affecting them. Notice, watch, I'll show you right now. See, you only get those 50s when that's up. And there you go. That's all set. The Mesmer Tome. Get a lot of those out here. And I don't pick up purples. A lot of people do, but I don't. I don't pick up purples. If you're looking for glacial gauntlets, you get a lot of glacial stones up here. But I let my everything drain out. Even Mantra of Earth. If I can put it up again, I can. If my energy's full, put it back up. And you want to start over from scratch completely again. So there it is. They're gonna do a little bit of damage to you. I just took some right there. It's no big deal. You're a big boy. You can handle it. Or a big girl. Take this. Okay, grab some aggro. Now keep an eye on Obsidian Flesh. You don't want to get too low on it. But you need to get aggro. Okay, now this is a perfect explanation. You'll see exactly what's going to happen here. I took a bunch of damage, and I got Obsidian Flesh up long enough. But if you saw where my health was, it's not really going to be a big deal to me. I'll be able to eat all the damage that they can do to me with their skills. So it's no big deal. I'm not going to really worry about it. If you ever get the choice, though, you want to always put up Stoneflesh Aura before Obsidian Flesh, and Ether Nightmare before Cry of Pain, because Cry of Pain will not do any damage unless Ether Nightmare is there. Alright, so we're almost done here on this side. We have 36 on the other side. This side right here, you're going to get 30 on, so that's it. As soon as this Tetanites Crystals or Crystal Wave comes up, boom, hit it, and that's it. It's a pretty sad run, actually. I only got 1 gold and 1 Mesmer Tome, but that's the way it is. All you have to do is walk right out of town, and or walk right out of the door and come back in, and you'll be all set. That's it. So this is thegamingstandard.com and the Jaga Moraine Ellie Mesmer farm. I am Killer Squirrel. If you have any questions, please go to our website, www.thegamingstandard.com. Check out our forums, and feel free to post anything, any questions that you may have. So, thank you very much for watching, and let me know if you have any questions.